Okay, so now we're back over here to our buell motor. It has a training already. So the problem with this is I'm going to use the M8 head on here, and it's really wide. So that's a problem. So the cranks on these motors are really narrow because they only got one rod in them. So buell made these things real narrow here. They made the case real narrow here. So it's hard to put a case in there that's this fat. It's this fat. From here it's that much wider. You get that extra distance over here we don't have to make room for a bigger rod. Okay, you can see the width of the crank here. We'll do the old 4-finger test. So we get about 3.5 to almost 4 fingers width. And there's a this M8 crank, and you can see how this one here is like 5 fingers, 5.5 fingers width. So basically you got the whole flywheel here, extra material. And that's the difference between the single rod and a double rod right here. If you look at that, it's a difference. So to get all of that into here, they didn't need all that, so they shrunk the case way up, and that's hurting me on my bore. I want to put a big bore in here. The push rods are real close together next to the bore. Whereas this one, you can see how it's way over here. Even this one here, the closest one, is about the closest we get, but these other ones are all a lot further. These ones too are right up on the side of the cylinder, real close. So our valves are too close together with our lifters are too close to the crank. Another problem. So this morning when I was half asleep, or trying to wake up and go back to sleep, people keep calling me when I'm sleeping. I don't know what the deal is with that. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to get another case. I'm going to cut this gear cover off here, and I'm going to move the whole thing over. And I can move it over the 3/4 inch I need right here, or I can probably move it over an inch. Maybe, I'm not sure. Move it over a long ways. So kick all this stuff over. That allows me room for my big bore and still stay on center. The other thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go to a bigger crank pin in here. And I don't have a twin cam crank, but M8 crank is this wide. The M8's going to be a little bit narrower, but not much. As I split the case apart, the longer crank pin of the press fit crank will fit into this motor, and that'll spread me apart right here, and then I can offset the rod over also a little bit also to keep it centered up. So even if I move this over this way a little bit, I can still keep the rod on center. Now these cranks are extremely light, which I don't like. I like heavier cranks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see about finding me an XB crank. So it'll be a 9 XB9 crank, which would be the same short stroke I have here, but it's going to have the width to put a fork where it's going to be made for a twin, because that's this motor over here. So it's going to have more distance in there to work with. The inside of here would be wider. And this distance in here would be wider. So right now, we don't have that distance in here. Right now, you can see how the crank is real narrow in here. See, it's offset pretty far this way up in there. I don't know if you can see that, but it's closer on this side. But there's room in there to go bigger. So if I put the wider crank in there, that'll I can still have the stock location here for the crank here. We still will have the cam drive over here, but we can make everything wider. All I gotta do is weld the cases back together along the edge. So I just cut these things through here, and I'll go get another case and weld it together. So you're going to keep this side here, and the transmission will all stay as one. You just cut it right across here, up through here, wherever it's going to be, and weld that whole other piece on there. Take the other new case, cut the whole thing off again, and put the other half on here. So that'll be easier than just cutting this all free and just welding. But I might just cut it free and just weld. It's just gap filling. So whatever's easier, well, that's what I'll do. First thing I do is got to cut this one up to free it, and then I'll see what I got to work with. And it's going to be cut through here. I got to keep the inside of the case with this side here. So I can't cut any more than right here. So the most I can cut will be right through this hole right here, but you don't want to cut through the bolt hole. So anyway, I'll move it over. So we'll figure out what I'm going to do. Like I said, for sure I got to cut it through the back here, cut it completely free off the back, and then go from there. Now the transmission and the motor are part of the case, because here's one over here. XB motor. So this is basically the same thing we're dealing with right here. So you look at this one, see how it's got the casting, all the stuff right in here? It's all the same stuff right here. So this is the same case. This XB motor is the same as the blast motor because they're XB based. So the the blast actually came out first. It's a 2000 motor. This is a 2003 motor. So all I got to do, I got to cut it right through here and keep the transmission. So you can see right here, this is where the outside of the case is. So if I got to keep this piece in here, so I got to cut down right through here, down through there, and blow all this out. But I got to keep this original part here. So I'll be cutting through this part here, and I'll grow this and glue it back together. So I'm going to figure out, it's going to have to cut through here, around through here, and all that. So, because you got to keep the original, you want to keep this piece in here. It's either got to be cut on this side or this side. You got to take the pick which one you're going to cut. So whichever one's more important is the one you cut. Obviously the bolt has to stay there. So I got to figure out how I'm going to where and how I'm going to cut it. And we'll experiment and see what it does. Obviously anywhere through here is fine. It's open metal. So the best place is right along this edge right in here, obviously. But if I cut right through there, that's where the heart of the case is. So you cut that right down through here. Probably just go straight, it's easiest. And then you just take this and grow this up. So this surface here would be flush with this one, basically. Would be your offset. You bring it from here to here. Probably not quite that far, but close. And then that will allow you to do what we need to do. So you just cut right through here, all through that. And cut it right along the base here. Right there. That'll be right through this area right here. And just keep this whole tranny case all in here. So just cut it right through here. And cut right along this edge, all the way down. Come out the other side down here. And same deal, cut straight down, and we're fine. Or I can cut the triangle, whatever works easier. Probably for this, probably cutting a triangle might be easiest, but who knows. Straight cuts are always easier than doing sharp turns, so straight down, 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 like that would be easiest. I'll cut right through here. Just come right through there, straight through. Offset the other way, weld it back together. So anyway, we gotta make a decision on that one. So anyway, I think that's what my best way of doing it would be, and then that way my gasket, the push rod, the angle would be closer and all that stuff. So that would be, if you take this gasket and put it on center, right here, you keep the center of your bore right here, 1/4 inch over. We still have got material right here. I can weld, I can keep the VIN number here, I can weld this up solid right up to here, on top and bottom. The bolt will still have to go. And then that'll allow me to run the bore. I can put the bore way out to here and still run. As long as I got that 3/16 material right there to seal a gasket, I'm good. So that thing can come way over there still like that. And that would be about 1/8 of an inch offset right there. And you can see how much I have to move it over. So the gasket would be about right here. So you got to move over. There's a 1/2 inch offset right there, minimum. And so 5/8 would probably give you a little extra. And I got to see how much longer the crank pin is. I'm guessing the crank pin is going to be at least 5/8 inch longer because you've got the thickness of whatever the fork rod is here. So the distance right here, these two numbers added together is going to be the length change in the rod. So that's how much we're going to gain. So the twin cam is not quite as wide as this, but it's pretty wide. Well, actually I have one right here, I forgot. There's our twin cam. So we're going to gain that much. So put that on the middle and over there, and that's almost 1 inch wider. That's a lot. So if I moved it over an inch, I could, I'd have this push rod to be way away from the cylinder. I'd have plenty of room to do what I need. Yeah, this thing would be way over here out of the way. Wouldn't be any more issues at all with anything. So I think that's going to be the best option. Now, whether I'm going to use this lightweight crank or not, that's the only thing I don't like that lightweight crank. I'm assuming the XB9 crank is the same thin-ass flywheel as this, but I don't know. We'll find out. The regular sportster crank that goes in the 04 and later case, which is that one down there, they had a bunch of notches in it like this on both sides, which I didn't really like. But those cranks are wider also, so, and they should have the same bearings and stuff down here, I would think, but I got to kind of eyeball all this stuff and find out. I know if I get the XB crank, it'll fit right in because it's an XB motor, so I would be shocked if any of the stuff was different between an XB. Between a Sportster and an XB, there might be some changes, I don't know. But anyway, that's going to be a lot easier doing that than trying to offset all the stuff off the other direction, so I think that's the way I'm going to go. And I really do not want to run an M8 right case over here, which is the other option. You can cut this whole case off here and glue it right onto this side. But that's really going to be a big can of worms I don't want to get into. And I really don't want to have an M8 case hanging off with only 2 push rods coming up. This one looks a lot better. Plus this one allows me to run a mechanical ignition in here. Old style crap. This one takes electronic computer to run. I hate computers. So this one here, you can run a standard dyno ignition in there, or CompuFire, or TwinTech, or whatever name you want. S&S. They all fit in there. It's an Evo ignition. Evo, shovel, they're all the same. Run a carburetor on it and you're down the road. You have to, no computer crap. That's what I want. I don't want no computer crap on my bike. So there you go. That's where I'm at on that. So I think that's the direction I'm going to go now. So could go buy some more parts. So the way you do this thing is buy more parts and see what fits what. There you go.